Hey, Bill got. Hey, Pam. Stephanie. Hey, Redmond. Hey, Tasha. Taking Daisy. Hey, Larry. Taking Daisy to her favorite place. I wasn't going to do it, but she's been cooped up lately. She likes it here so much. Yeah, on the road again. I'm going to be on the road for a while. Daisy's driving. It's cold down here. It seems colder down here than it is where I came from. Probably about the same, 26 or something like that. Yeah, it's because it's been, kind of wet, and now it's, not like this. Be a good time to run her around. She's going to get a bath tonight. She doesn't know it. Daisy's a good girl. It's her favorite spot. She's going to go pee-pee and walkie bye-bye. Both. You're going to get to go pee-pee and walkie bye-bye, Daisy. Yeah. She's got a routine here. You're going to get to go pee-pee and walkie bye-bye? Daisy? Yep. Yeah, that's it. They got a little more snow down here than I thought they got. She's a super dog. This is way out of my way to go here, but it's worth it. I see a squirrel on the table over there. She'll enjoy chasing him. You want to go pee-pees? See, I guess it's probably not 32 then, like I thought. That water's not frozen. Okay, hon. You're gonna get to go, honey. You want to go walkie bye-bye pee-pee? You ready to go pee-pee? You ready to go pee-pee, honey? Yeah, thanks, Maggie. I can always use good luck on those. This place has a lot of mature, beautiful trees. I love coming over here. Atta girl, hon. This place not as cold as I thought it was going to be. It's warmer. I take that back. So, it's a good day. I'm at a place called Willow Park here in Township, Michigan. It's about 20 miles west of Detroit. See, the squirrel just jumped off the Tom Reed reporting. The squirrel just jumped off the picnic table. I'm about 5 miles away from the airport, which is why you hear the jets in the background. Boy, the water has been a problem down here too. This is unusual to be this wet. I'll have to go across this little. Yeah, this really flooded down here, so that means this water probably came all the way up to. This is going to keep me from going down near the water. Boy, that river's high as hell. Going like hell, too. Yeah, this flooded back. Wow, this is the highest I've ever seen this water, and I've been coming back here like 50 years. This is nuts. Even the little bridges are flooded, like right there, near the trash can. Michigan's having a huge problem with record water levels. It's really messing stuff up. Hell, I'm not even going to be able to get back there. That's too deep. That's too deep. And I know Daisy isn't going to want to run. Maybe over here I could. So I skipped Flint, and I did that, believe it or not, so I could bring Daisy to this park to run around. And then I'm going to go get a Captain Nemo sub. And then I'm going to get the manager at the Red Roof Inn a going away gift. They sold the location and she's quitting. I'm going to get her favorite liquor. And then I'm going to go deliver some things. It's wetter than hell out here. Yeah, I'm in Huron Township, Michigan. Daisy's going to take the driest route. I talked to Rebecca again. She's hanging in there. Said she weighed 101 pounds when she went in. She weighs 144 now. Oh yeah, Daisy really likes it here. She probably won't. There she is, running across the ice. Hates getting her feet wet. You having fun? Wow. You having fun? She's not big on this ice. Come on, hon. She's getting a drink. Good girl. That a girl. Hear the ice cracking under. Have to get her on a diet. Good girl, hon. Good girl. Wow. Good job. Yeah, for some reason she really likes this area. Part of it, I think, is because it's open. There's nothing around. Wow. Yeah, this is the highest I've ever seen this river. Actually, let's see, longer than that. Probably 55 years. This is high. None of these rivers are frozen down here. I noticed that coming down. You know that area where I'd videotape in the fall and the summer? See, that whole tree's underwater near the ground. All those picnic tables are covered up. This is the Huron River. This starts way up near Northville. What makes its way down to Lake Erie. Kind of nice. Hey, Matthew. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on this river, sure did. Looks exactly the same, much cleaner though. It was never clear like this. Now this is winter and that helps, but you know, it's a mud bottom. You're not going to get the clear water like where I live, sand bottoms. I mean, that water where I live, you can see 30 feet down, no problem. Here it's about 2 feet. Yeah, Daisy's getting a drink now, I think. I'll take her for a walk. She'll be able to get a drink easier at this other place. So I'm looking forward to my trip down here. You know, I got the state police kind of by the balls. They get a 10-day extension on a Freedom of Information Act request. So they sent me today and told me that they were not going to be able to come up with the information in 10 days. And I said, well, you know, I wasn't a jerk about it, but I got court tomorrow. It's not my problem. They said their vendor didn't respond to their historical ticket record request. And they were unable to provide me with copies of the State Police Academy's instructions on what entails an obstructed view ticket. So I'll try and get it adjourned tomorrow. I'll feel it out whether I have a magistrate or a real judge. And if he realizes that I came down here 200 miles, which they don't know I come down here anyway, he might just dismiss it. Maybe the cop won't show up. I won't know till I get there, but I'll be prepared tomorrow morning to argue it either way. The judge may say, well, you don't really need these records. This is just a civil infraction. That's not really up to him to decide. So I've never been in this court before. So I'm not worried about it. Good girl, hon. Getting a drinky? These people just put these garbage out here. Yeah, I've never seen this high. It's kind of interesting to me. You probably think it's boring as hell, but better not go in there, hon. Never find you again. And I'm also going to get a Captain Nemo sub, which I love. I'm dying for one. Then I think I'm going to get a little videotape airplanes while I'm out here. And I'll unload my stuffed hotel, give the manager her going away gift, and then go hit the road. Secret rendezvous with Becky. Secret rendezvous. I bet he'll show up. This guy was a real dick. I knew I was getting a ticket for sure, and believe me, if he'd have had a chance to write another one, I certainly would have got it. He thought he was gonna get more than one violation, and he got nothing, so he wrote that ticket. He didn't even write in the ticket what it should have been. He wrote dog on lap. That's not an obstructed view ticket. I can't wait to make him look like a babbling, fumbling clown. Honestly, I love challenging this kind of stuff. I can take a ticket. If I get a ticket and I did something, you know, I'll look for a break, see if I can cut a deal, but I'm not going to be some jerk and create a bunch of paperwork from everybody just because I'm mad I was written. Not at all. I can accept my lumps. But when a guy pulls me over out of nowhere on a bullshit ticket like this, it's balls out. He's gonna, it's gonna look like he went to clown school. They're always ill-prepared because they think it's going to be a slam dunk. But once in a while, you'll get a magistrate or a judge or just on the side of the cops. And it doesn't matter what you have. You could have Jesus Christ there as your eyewitness, and you'd still lose. I've never lost anything I've challenged. I've cut deals with them, and I've paid tickets that I thought I deserved. But on a deal like this, where I've mapped out a strategy, I've never lost one. And that's in, geez, almost... 47 years of driving or something like that? That's because it's a bullshit ticket. At the worst scenario, I just don't think it's worth some bullshit ticket like that. It's like $160. You know how much fine 10-year-old scotch I could buy? How many Captain Nemo subs? That's the way I look at it. I think if anybody had an obstructed view, it was this cop. And if he didn't, he wouldn't have pulled me over. Come here, hon. Daisy. It always gets me. There's 1,000 places to drive around here. Come here, hon. And people will come back and park in the same one that I'm in, even though there's 3 of them. I think a lot of these deals are rendezvous with affairs. You know, I've been coming back here forever. And you see 2 cars, a guy and a woman meeting all the time. I mean, regularly. It's not rare. And now one will get into the other one's car. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. I mean, it is a great place. You could see somebody coming from like a mile away. Last time I was down here, the state cops there were a bunch of them too. Police dogs looking for something. Yep, there goes one into the other one's car. I'm surprised it snows down here, to tell you the truth. I see they wrap the drinking fountains here, which I don't really understand. They're stainless steel. Lover's Lane, yeah, I used to come back here all the time with girlfriends. High school all the way on to about when I left to go to Eastern. But you know, I've kept a yearly pass here even when I didn't live here for when I'd be in town. I like to support the park system. It's like $34 a year or something like that. These things are a godsend. I think they're the best parks I've ever been to. Nobody here, wide open. Imagine cutting all this grass and paving this asphalt and having picnic tables and trash cans and bathrooms. Such a good deal. I got a little extra time today, so I think I'll take Daisy for a little longer walk than normal. Plus you get a lot of people rollerblading and all that crap back here. Six in the morning, no kidding, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good way of doing it, really. Unless they get a GPS on your car. I don't think this is what's going on here, though. They wouldn't be outside talking this long. That's a park where I'm taking Daisy running. Hey Mark, how you doing? Wow. Wow. Daisy will sleep like a rock tonight. See you at 7:57. Let him go in the clouds. Yep, already in the soup. Yeah, she takes me, it's true. Daisy, this way. Come on. There's another one. Watch him go right into the clouds. I'd say these cloud tops are probably 4,000 feet. It's higher than you look. The bottoms anyway. The bottoms, not the tops. Yeah, it's a cool park. It really is. Wow. Yeah, I'm tripping on Mother Nature parks. Yeah, it intimidates everybody. That's scary, flying into clouds if you don't have an instrument rating. That gets a lot of people. Fortunately, that's what got old Kobe and his passengers. That really sucks. So, you know, you have a perfectly functioning aircraft and human error causes the accident. Yeah, I wish I had Daisy's energy too. I think that all the time. You know what they haven't said too, and I guarantee this is going to happen, is those families are going to sue. They're probably going to, I don't know how there'd be a cause of action. It doesn't look like Kobe Bryant owned that helicopter. And the policy limits probably aren't that high for the aircraft company. But I'm sure they're going to find some obscure law where they're going to say that he provided transportation without fully being aware of the qualifications. They'll find some reason to try to sue his estate. I don't know what that would be offhand, and there may not be one. But that's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for family members to sue one another in airplane crashes, the survivors, because you're really not suing the person. You're suing their insurance carrier. Wow. 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 See, now if her hair was shaved down, she'd be freezing her ass off out here. That's why I've kept it long, but you can't have it both ways. It's harder for me to keep Daisy cool than it is warm. It was funny, I was driving down here. Normally she's looking around, she was sleeping on the back seat. And I said, man, you're missing it, man. She tore off that back seat, came up to the front seat, realized we were at the park. I see one person won that Powerball. Good for them. Yeah, it was definitely human error, 100%. Yeah. And the reason I think that is because he hit that mountain doing about 160 knots, which is around 183 miles an hour. So they didn't know what hit him. He obviously thought he was flying away from the mountain or away from that height. He knew he was messed up because you can see where he climbed, then descended, then climbed again. So he was disoriented. And when you get disoriented, I'm telling you, it seems crazy. You don't know up from down or right from left. You don't. It's like a circus ride that they blindfolded you on. If he'd have expected that fog to last as long as it did, there probably would have been a better outcome. But eventually, if you look at the way they were flying, seems like he was going to crack one of those mountains as he tried to get out of the fog. Just pilot error, man. Sucks. And the guy had an instrument rating. Oh, you think so, Larry? I do think I give Daisy a good life. I really do. Considering, you know, the background she came from. Look how high this water is. Look at this big old monster. It's a 777. You know, if you're on an instrument flight plan and you planning on instrument conditions, it's much different. You're in the system, you're talking to people, you're in airways, so you're planning on not seeing out the window from the get-go. That's much different than hacking your way along, scud running, being VFR, and trying to get a tower clearance for IFR tower to tower, or file a plan. It gets a lot of guys, it really does. What I can't figure out is, that's supposedly a known area for fog. Look at the water came right up here and got this seaweed and crap on the bottom of the picnic table. That's high water. Detroit River's got to be really rocking too. Look at that. Here too. I don't know what day this would have been. This was this hot. Yeah, it's too bad that happened. Sucks. Come on, Dazer. Good girl. Daisy wants solid ground. Yeah, having a good day, Jackie. Becky's fine. Well, I don't know how. Maybe she's not fine. Becky's hanging in there. Yeah, they weren't in a holding pattern at all. He was VFR. He was supposed to remain clear of clouds. Mile visibility. He had a special VFR. He wasn't holding. Yeah, she really likes this park. You know, if you look on the schematic they have of where they took off and where they crashed, he damn near flew right over a helipad. But, you know, there could have been 50 of them down there. When you're not thinking of landing, you tend to not look for them. He could have put that helicopter down a million different places. But then they'd have been late for the game. Hey, Sherry. I can't wait to get my Captain Nemo sub today. Yeah, there's never hardly anybody here, even in the summer. Oh, hi to everybody in England. Yeah, I get a lot of people watching in from the UK. Welcome, glad you like looking. Thanks. You have any parks like this over there? How you doing? Probably trying to figure out what the hell Daisy is. If anybody out there has had experience in ordering one of those DNA tests, I've just withheld pulling the trigger because I see so many mistakes. What good is it if you get the results back and it's bullshit? Come on, Dave. Come on, Daisy. 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 Come on. Yeah, I guess. Come on, Daisy. Going bye-bye. Going bye-bye. Yeah, I don't know. She's mixed something. I'm not sure what. Yeah, he's a sweet dog. She won't let you touch her. She get about 2 feet from these people. Oh, she let her stick her hand out. No, she doesn't want to leave. She'll ignore me. What's that? 7. Yeah. Yeah, she's friendly to these people. Daisy! Yeah, she usually doesn't pay any attention to anybody. Well, she's getting friendlier. That's good. Come on, Daisy! Come on! Take it easy. I'm going bye-bye. Come on. I'm going bye-bye, Daisy. Come on. Daisy, come on. Come on. Wow. Wow. Being friendly to the people, huh? That a girl. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? Nah, there were people that got her from a shelter. She was about 4 months old. Then an older lady that used to live next to me got her from them because they had a new baby. And then she had her for a year, but I used to take her for walks and stuff, even when the lady had her. And then she went to an assisted living care facility, and then I've had her. So I've had her for 6 years. 6 years just last December. Really great dog, no problem. As I said, I cooked her filet mignon yesterday. She deserves it. Dog's no problem at all. Yeah, she does kind of hop. Her legs are really far apart. She's got a real wide muscular chest, and she's bow-legged in the front. And then she's got small legs close together in the back. And I think that's why it results in kind of a hop rather than a trot. I mean, it works, but it's an odd design. Hey, Golek, how you doing? Yep, she is. You ready to go bye-bye? You ready to go bye-byes? You ready to go bye-bye? Atta girl. Good girl, hon. Atta good girl. Good girl. So that was like exactly what I was looking for. A nice little walk for Daisy in her favorite park. Yeah, she's like two dogs mixed into one. She's got the whitest teeth in the world too. I've never saw a dog with teeth that white. Nah, she's slowly getting better. Daisy was a big time biter at the beginning. Everybody. The vet had to wear gloves, and she just didn't. When I first had her for the first year, I wouldn't even let anybody get anywhere near her. I mean, she'll clamp down too. It's not just a little nip. That lady that had her before I did tried to scold her and smacked her, and she bit her twice. Daisy doesn't put up with abuse. And when she's around another dog, she'll act like they're not even there. But if the dog gets aggressive, she'll lock down. Oh yeah, she drew blood, yep. I had a lady come over one night. It was, and she accidentally bumped into Daisy and she bit her in the calf. But I think those days are over, but I'm still careful. So I don't know what the circumstances were with that first family, but it's a little gun shy, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I love my Astro van. You know, I paid $60 to get that door molding put on about a month ago, and it was almost all the way off again. So I just took it all the way off, and I'll put it on in spring. But the guy used the good double-sided tape. I don't know why it's coming off. I don't really give a shit. But I'd rather have it on there than not. Yeah, he's worn around all the time. It helps me see the interior when I'm looking around for things. No, it hasn't been forever. It's been about 2 weeks. Hopefully in the next couple days, and maybe tonight. I've been tired lately. I was tired today. I drove by the Stam exit too, coming down here, just daydreaming. Yeah, I'll get some. I'm gonna get some. You know, I'm starting off kind of late today. Plus, it's cold out. I talked to Gerald and Maddie today. They said they cleaned their bando. No, I like driving. I get burnout like on a screwy sleep schedule, but I don't mind driving at all. $60. Wow, that'd be perfect. No, Maddie didn't get a van. Cleaned out her bando. Yeah, they've been over at Korean. That's probably because it's so cold out, damp. Yeah, good for them. That's nice. Granny lets them around. I'm gonna see if check my Fantasy 5 tickets at this party store. Get a couple new ones. My own business, Angela. No, I don't know why. Yeah, I do see wildlife. Mostly waterfowl. See deer everywhere if they don't come out till the night. Geez, I got my jeans all dirty. I'll be right back.
Let him win the Powerball. Daisy, you're not going to be getting any more filet mignons. They didn't win the Powerball.
It's back to the dollar hamburgers at McDonald's. So anybody know where the one Powerball winner is at? The old Michigan Fantasy Five's up to around $2.90. That's not bad. A dollar bet. Oh, Tecumseh. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I've been in and out of that airport a million times. Tecumseh's a nice town. It's kind of stayed the same. You know that old retired city cop there, Officer Green? Last I heard, he was working for Cabela's Security, retired from the Tecumseh Police Department. You know who I'm talking about? Oh, yeah, all over the 50 states, yep. Yeah, I'd open up some alternative things for addicts, different than what they're doing now. Oh, he's still alive, huh? He's got to be getting out there. He wrote me a ticket one time coming into town, dropped out of a year of college, and I worked for Hart's Mountain delivering hamsters and parakeets and birdseed and all that stuff. We had both of them, like an animal section plus a freight section. And I'd always get a jump on my Friday route so I could have Fridays off. I'd be at Adrian by the time they opened. And I was cutting through Tecumseh. You know how you go down on that dip in the road when you're heading west? And he wrote me a speeding ticket, and he gave me a break. And back then, it was a misdemeanor, so the burden of proof was on the prosecution. So I filed for a jury trial, thinking I could get him to drop it, and they didn't want to do it. And he called me up. He said, you know, that's a really shitty thing for you to do, man. I gave you a break, and now you're getting a jury trial. And, you know, he made me feel so bad that I just paid the ticket. And he was right. He gave me a deal, and I was going to put him through all that bullshit, so I just paid the ticket. And I saw him one time about 20 years later, and then periodically when I talk to somebody from Tecumseh, I ask him about him. He's a good guy. You know, I don't talk to them like I used to. I don't know if they did or not. I don't even know if they've met, to tell you the truth. My guess would be no. That's right, I'm driving Miss Daisy. You got that right. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I got. I went for criminal justice at Monroe Community College for a year. And then I ended up transferring to Eastern and finishing off there. I got a degree in criminal justice, which, you know, I think is kind of a waste of a degree, but it's great if your son could get someone to pay to go to and then work on his degree part-time. But this notion that degrees in law enforcement get you more pay, they don't. And they may give you a stipend on a master's degree, but if I was a young guy now, I would avoid college at all costs if it didn't relate directly to what I was doing for a living. It's just not worth it. I mean, I've got a degree in criminal justice, and at the time, they were pretty valuable in that the program's 4-year degrees hadn't been around that long, and they thought you were some genius if you were applying at a police department with a 4-year degree. But now, a lot of years have went by since then. Everybody realized it's basically a social work degree with a couple more bullshit classes thrown in. I hate to eloquently describe it that way. This is New Boston, Michigan. Oh, Maumee cool. That's a rich history down there, Maumee. There used to be a guy, his mother's name was Hester Carter, and presumably that was the son's name. And I don't want to say famous, but they had a band, and they played in the Holiday Inn in Perrysburg, Ohio. And people would come from all over to watch him play in this band. I never went down there to see him, but I know a lot of people that did. I'm sure Hester's not around any longer. Sweetheart of a lady. Worked in the library at the high school I went to. And I guess the son would probably be around. Maybe not. He's probably getting up there too. But I know the son was living in Maumee for a while. I think he may be University of Toledo's, the Rockets' all-time assist leader. If he's not, he's up there near the top of the list. Tim Reiser. And last I checked on him, he was a fantastic basketball player. Last I checked on him, he was living down around Maumee doing something. He had retired as a high school coach, and I love that whole area down there. Toledo, Maumee, Monroe, Blissfield, Tecumseh. Now I'm coming into Romulus. This is technically where Detroit Metropolitan Airport is located. It's nowhere near Detroit. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's about 18 miles away. But it's not in the city of Detroit. It's in Romulus, where I'm at now. Romulus got smart on how to collect tax revenues. For a long time, Romulus was kind of considered not that great, but they finally got a city manager that knew how to tap into those airport resources, and they have a community health facility that's fantastic. The downtown area has been rebuilt, so good for them. Now today I'm going to get the whole steak sub because I'm hungry. Which is really 2 subs. I want to fuel my eating disorder. Anybody on here watch Jeopardy? No, I only eat subs in 2 places my whole life. This one and one out in Ann Arbor. Other than that, Papa John's, Tubby's, Subway, they're all terrible. I'd rather go hungry. I think Romulus is a good area to live in now. I do. This is kind of like the outskirts right around here. It's not the greatest, but I like it. I like it because it hasn't changed at all. This tree that I'm about ready to park under at Captain Nemo's, I've been eating there since '72. Is the same tree I was parking under then. The inside that looks exactly the same. I can still see the cars going across I-94. It's just like it was back then, and I like that. No change. I mean, hell, they probably went through 4 generations of workers since I've been going there. For some reason, right here at this intersection right here, they seem to have a disproportionate amount of fatal accidents. I don't get it. It's right out in the middle of nowhere, right here. They've taken down all the memorials. In this second intersection where I'm coming up here, the same thing happens. I don't really get it. I mean, if you could, it's not a blind intersection. It's not high speed. The old Grim Reaper comes a-knocking. So here it is, the famous Captain Nemo's. And here's the same tree I've been parking under since 1972. No shit. That big ass tree right there. It's a lot bigger than it used to be. All these trees around here are big. See, these are old, mature tree neighborhoods. Yeah, 5 points. Yeah, that's right. Now I gotta keep hand sanitizer with me, so I don't need to get hepatitis A. No, this place you got, which I don't mind. It's a step back in time. So Daisy gets to stay here and guard the van. I get the same thing since 1972. Can you believe it? Lucky to still be alive to eat it. The guy that owned this place died getting gastric bypass surgery. That was quite a while ago. He also got bent over in a divorce before then. Guess he had some bad luck. Hi. Nope. I'd like a double steak and mushroom, extra onions.
Do you like cheese?
No. And I'm gonna get a large pop too. Thanks.
Any chips?
Nope.
We're here to go.
We're here.
Copy of yours.
No, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yep, I'll figure it out for you.
Sit in the same seat too. Been sitting in the same seat since 1972. I'm even wearing the same underwear. You want a room with a view? Here you go. Sit outside the picnic tables? Yeah, Better Made chips are the best chips. I try not to eat chips. I mean, they make you fatter than hell, and I'm already too fat. Ah, hits the spot. I really cut back on Diet Coke, but when I'm starving and I got a good sandwich coming, I want to burn that thing down with that carbonation down my throat. Now after here, I do the same routine. After here, I'm going to leave. I cut through the airport. I'm going to go up and videotape some. See, I'm dating myself again. Record. I keep saying videotape. Some airplanes, maybe. Depends. I'll have to figure that out between here and the van. Then I go over to this Chase Bank where you can pick your denomination of bills. so I can pay the people for the interviews. I'll call the clerk at the Red Roof Inn, see if she wants anything to eat. Go in, unpack my shit. Pour Daisy a bowl of water and head over to the Michigan Stroll. Secret rendezvous, Becky. Secret rendezvous. Yeah, Romulus, they sit out on 275. That's a good source of income for them. I don't blame them. They do the same thing in Ogama County. It's like 19% of their annual budget, speeding tickets. But it's much easier to nail them here than it is there. That 70-mile-an-hour increase really screwed these police departments because there's not that many people doing 80. This time tomorrow, I'm going to be celebrating my court victory. I'm already counting the chickens before they hatch. This place is busy too. They always ask if you called in. Yeah, I got a ticket for having Daisy on my lap about a month and a half ago. Got to challenge it tomorrow morning. It's fine with me. Only bitch I have is I got to get up early. Hey Nancy's, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mark. Next time I see that cop, he's just going to look the other way. No, she's not. My view wasn't obstructed. I got pictures and video of it. I got everything, measurements, you name it. I mean, there's a chance I'll still get my ass handed to me, but I don't think so. I think I got them by the balls. They already called me today and they couldn't come up with the meet the deadline of my Freedom of Information Act request, so I have to file an action in court for a $10,000 fine because they've exceeded the limits, which I may or may not do. I'll bet you money right now they've already called down to the court and said, hey, look, this kook is requesting like 1,000 documents and we didn't have them all in time, and why don't you just dismiss the ticket? But what's interesting is just whether I win or lose doesn't have anything to do with the request. I mean, I'm not a ball buster for no reason, but I shouldn't have been pulled over. And when you have these jackoffs out there writing tickets like this, maybe they'll think twice again before they put them on the road. Yeah, it might be. I do move Daisy off my lap driving once in a while. You know, if I can see it's busy or I'm getting off at a busy place and I got to get in the right lane. That day I was in the right lane doing 60 miles an hour. I had no reason to even look out that side of the van, other than to see that dickhead coming up. No, they're usually so unorganized. It's ridiculous. Now, when I get this sub, I'm going to sign off, but I'll sign on back later because I used a lot of my battery power on that Daisy walk, and I need it to charge up so I need it, you know. It's not that bad of a waste of time because I come down here anyway. I was due for coming down here anyway. They don't know that though. Not that they give two shits, but it's no big deal. I just got to get up early, which I don't like. you guys are ever near Metro Airport, get a sub here. They're really good. Yeah, it's kind of entertaining. Yeah, I like setting it all up and just exploiting their unorganization. Yeah, I should be getting it any second now. Yeah, I'll be on later tonight. Yeah, I hope I do. Oh, I am going to run into two for sure. Wendy and Rebecca. Oh, I will, Mark. Yep.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Let me show you these killer subs. This is a double. Plus they don't bullshit around with some cheap wax paper. It's like tinfoil, so it keep them really warm. Ta-da. All right, you guys, you take it easy. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.